this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat, and I'm back with another card share. This one is from Cadoodlebug Designs, and it is called Daisy Bear. I use Knitwick Collections Country Meadows for the background paper here, and for the daisy petals here. I used some Colorblock Chestnut Roan ink for the bear here, and then realized it was just too, it looked great when I put it on, and then once it dried back it was too light, so I went over it with some of my pan pastels. Burnt Sienna Extra Dark, that would be the color that I went over the little bear with, and was able to put some details in here for his paws and things like that. I used Wild Honey Distress ink here, and then I used Fossilized Amber down here. I used Peacock Feathers on his eyes, and then some white Stampin' Up! Craft ink. And I used my black and white pan pastels for here on the little eyes and around the edge here, and used a .005 micron pen for my little eyelashes, which are easy to see in person, but I'm sure the camera is probably not picking them up. I also used one other distress ink, and it is Tattered Rose. I used Tattered Rose distress ink for around the little muzzle and the ears, and then I went over this part right here with my Stampin' Up! Chalks. So I just chalked his little cheeks to make them nice and rosy and put some little white dashes there. I used my Jelly Roll pen for the little accents, the dots, the little dots in the eyes. And so it was real easy to do. Absolutely love the file. It comes with a backing, so you know exactly where everything goes. Loved it. Popped it up on some dimensionals here just to give it a little bit of lift. And then the inside of the card looks like this. And it says, "So very blessed to have a friend like you." And then I've got the same little bear there. He looks a little washed out. He's a little brighter in person than he seems to be showing up on my monitor. But he's absolutely adorable. Definitely easy to write over. I used my heavyweight printer paper for this sheet that goes in the card. This is a 5.5 by 5.5 square card, which is an odd size for me, at least, because I normally, when I do SVG files or whatnot, I normally do a 5 by 7 because the pieces are easier for me to handle. But this guy, his pieces are pretty good size. I mean, the smallest are the eyes. So I really think I could have done him on an A2 size card if I wanted, and it would have been perfect and not anything, definitely not anything difficult to try to hold on to. And I really am loving the Knitwick collections. Now, I'll tell you what I did try to do. I ended up not doing it, but I will share it with you. For right here, I tried to put this same paper on the back. So it had that design on the back, then it had this, and then it had that over top of it. I liked it, but I was worried it was a little too busy, so I opted to go with just a plain white background. But I think I'm going to try it again and just lighten it a little so it's not as vivid as this, which this is not real vivid anyways. I'll zoom you in so you can get a better look at it, because it's really pretty. And it's not anything intense, but it was just, I thought, too much to be writing over top of. So I opted to go, you know, just with the plain. But I do think I'm going to try it, and I will definitely let you guys know how it works out for me. But I was just really tickled with how he turned out. I absolutely love it. and I'm loving playing with my SVG files. I've got some more cards I'm going to share with you later on this week. Some I colored with my Copics. Some I just did some die cutting and some stamping. So just try to give a little variety. I actually pulled out my flowers. I haven't used my flowers in forever. And the only thing with those is I'm going to have to make a box, I think, for, you know, giving it, because I think it would be too bulky in an envelope. But I will be sharing those later on this week. So definitely some things to be looking out for. I hope that you guys are liking this. I really think he's adorable. And am definitely enjoying playing with my inks here and trying to get a better contrast and making the parts pop and stand out a little more. I definitely used a lot more of my pan pastel here underneath his chin and here by his arms to show where it was darker because the arms were in the way. So I had a lot of fun with that. This is the first time I've used the pan pastel right there on the nose, and I almost wish, well actually I do wish I had not used my gel pen there and just left it with the pan pastel. And I can't tell if the camera's picking it up because the monitor I'm using is small, but I really love how it looked. And this is the first time I can honestly say that I like how his little eyes, because I've not really done a lot with inking the eyes. I don't know why, but I haven't. And so I really love how his little eyes just look up, they just pop, and they just look so bright, and he just looks so cute. You can't see me, I got my little hands folded, and I'm like, he looks so cute, and I'm doing a little happy dance kind of thing. But I'm just really tickled with how he turned out. And my daughter, she's like, Mom, we need to make a card for Miss Yvonne, who is our elderly neighbor. And so that's what I came up with. And actually, she's who I'm making the other cards for that I'm going to share later on in the week. I thought she might want some to give out to the people in her church because I know she, you know, passes out cards a lot. So you'll see those later on. But this one is for her. Oh, I wanted to share the envelope. With it being a 5.5 by 5.5 inch card, I was going to have to use 12 by 12, a sheet of 12 by 12 paper to make an envelope, because I think you have to cut it at like 9.5 or something like that to make the envelope on the envelope punch board. And instead, I went ahead and I printed out paper from the same Knitwick collections and just made a different envelope. I've got my tape up here. I've got a little flap here that matches. They all coordinate. Your address would go here, you know, and then your mail, or the mailing address would go there, and then the shipping, you know, the to address would go there. It's light enough that you can write on it. But I was really tickled with how it turned out because I didn't have any 12 by 12 paper that would match. And doing that, didn't have to worry about it. And I did a video in the past that shows how you can make any envelope for any size without, you know, any really special tools. All I did was make it wide enough, score 1/2 inch on each side, fold it over, bam, I got my envelope. So I was really tickled that I was able to match the envelope to the paper and stuff in the bear. Alright, that's it. I won't keep you any longer. I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Remember to practice your CPR, craft, pray, repeat. Thanks for visiting me today, and happy crafting. Love you all. Bye.